Looks like today, Epic Games decided to surprise us all by officially re-adding the airplanes into Fortnite. But first, are you tired every single time a new skin comes out and having to shell out at least $20 to buy it? But not anymore, because everyone who hits the thumbs up button on this video should receive this awesome surprise from Epic Games in the next update that you can use to buy anything you want from the item shop. Now, before we hop in game and fly the planes for the first time in a long time, first, a quick word from our sponsor. There's no worse feeling in the world than getting a super cracked gameplay and realizing you forgot to record it, but that'll never happen again thanks to today's sponsor, Outplayed, which is a program that automatically records your gameplay as you play, leaving you with all of your focus on your next big kill. And it couldn't be any easier. Just tell the Outplayed app what you want to record, whether that's a win or an elimination, and you're able to instantly and easily edit your gameplay and share it with your friends with just one click of a button. Currently, Outplayed supports over 300 plus different games, and to sign up, just use my link down below in the description. Now, before we hop in game and check out the return of the airplanes, first things first, here in this year's Fortnitemares event, there's actually one NPC that has a very, very interesting secret storyline that actually has to do with the Curdle Scream Leader NPC, which is basically just a mashup of all the different Cuddle Team skins messed up into one. It seems like most people haven't realized that this character is indeed an NPC located right outside of Tilted Towers, kind of where the Collider once was. Anyway, if you equip just any random skin and go and talk to the Curdle Scream Leader, but literally just say a bunch of gibberish that doesn't make any sense, things start to get more interesting when you equip any one of the skins in the Meowscles family, being either Meowskulls, Kit, Meowscles, or Lynx. And if you go up to the Curdle Scream Leader and talk to him with any of these skins, he'll say good kitty, which has led a lot of people to believe that the Curdle Scream Leader is actually a member of Meowscles family. That's actually totally wrong, and the truth is super sad. And to reveal the full truth about this horrifying character, we must go and pay a visit to him while using the Cuddle Team Leader skin, which, if I'm not mistaken, was actually the very first one of these skins we ever saw added into the game. Anyway, when you equip the Cuddle Team Leader skin and make your way to the Curdle Scream Leader, oh, what the heck, look at this. He's protecting me. Oh my goodness, you're a beast, Mr. NPC. Thank you so much. Don't worry, mate, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. But once you talk to him, he'll actually say, mommy, with a question mark. At first, it makes sense that the Cuddle Team Leader could be the mom of the Curdle Scream Leader, since after all, they literally look very similar, but obviously the Curdle Scream Leader is way scarier. That couldn't be further from the truth, because almost every Cuddle Team skin in the game will get that exact same response from him, essentially ruling out any chance that the Cuddle Team Leader is his mom. But instead, you remember in last video when I showed you guys a goofy gravestone located at Tilted Towers, and when you go up and talk to it, it says it actually belongs to the Cuddle Team founder, meaning there's a decent chance that the Curdle Scream Leader's mom could be the Cuddle Team founder buried in this grave, which is absolutely heartbreaking, man. Why'd you have to do this to us, Fortnite? But the good news is, we're just about to check out the return of the airplanes. First, someone that nobody could have possibly seen coming has made the return. I'm talking about one of the greatest secret skins we've ever received in Fortnite, obviously being Deadpool. This was not only the very first time we had a Marvel skin as the secret skin, but also the very first time where we saw a Marvel point of interest brought onto the Fortnite island, obviously being Deadpool's yacht, where you were able to find the Deadpool boss as well as his mythic weapon. Now, believe it or not, one of these goofy gravestones on the Fortnite map actually belonged to Deadpool, and even as a secret reference to Deadpool's Battle Pass room, which is where we went each and every single week to see what the new Deadpool challenge was. But before we reveal that, you're probably assuming Deadpool died during the Device Live event, because towards the end of it, we were literally able to see Deadpool's yacht floating on top of the tidal wave, and then in the next season, his boat was nowhere to be found, leading us to believe that the live event got rid of Deadpool. But once again, that couldn't be more wrong. But the real answer is actually waiting to be discovered here in Battle Lab. We're actually gonna need to make our way right outside of where the Ash Williams NPC is located. You'll actually find this little cemetery with a bunch of different tombstones. One of the gravestones is a goofy gravestone that I covered a few videos ago. When you go up and talk to it, it'll say the person didn't thank the bus driver. But I know exactly what you're thinking. How do we know that this grave belongs to Deadpool? The answer to that actually lies in the original Deadpool Battle Pass room. But first, I'm I'm sure you remember Deadpool's design for a Deadpool battle bus that actually ended up making its way into the game when we unlocked the skin. And the very next quest after finding Deadpool's letter to Epic Games, we actually had to purposefully not thank the bus driver, which apparently is exactly what the person inside of the Goofy gravestone did, meaning there's a pretty good chance that this gravestone could actually belong to none other than Deadpool himself. But now, it's finally time to check out the return of the airplanes. They're actually better known here in Fortnite as the X4 Stormwing, were originally introduced into Fortnite for the very first time all the way back in Chapter 1, Season 7, and at the time, this was the very first vehicle we ever received in Fortnite, even before we saw the boat added, which has basically been in every season of Fortnite since it was originally added. And for those of you that played during Chapter 1, Season 7, then you'll remember how controversial the airplane was when it was first added. So controversial that I would say it would only be rivaled by the Mecha Brute robot. Because of this, in Chapter 1, Season 8, Epic Games decided to vault the X4 Stormwing, and that's exactly where it remained for the next 2 years, until we received the 2020 Operation Snowdown event, where the airplanes were re-added and you were able to find them at any one of the Snowmando outposts, and were even updated to where the Stormwings would now run on fuel, which was essentially Epic Games' way of nerfing the planes in an attempt to try and make people less annoyed than they were with them originally. And it seemed like that change had totally resolved the issue, as everybody totally loved having them back. Fortunately, that didn't last long, and in the very next update, they ended up being revaulted. Since then, another 2 years has gone by since we've seen the airplanes in Fortnite, but all of that changes today because you may have noticed there are some major map changes going down on the Fortnite island. Yes, I'm talking about the chrome that has been spreading across the map more and more each week, and you may have noticed that each one of the POIs where the chrome has already started taking over, No Sweat Insurance, the insurance company responsible for covering any damages to the island, have actually taken it upon themselves to attach a bunch of No Sweat Insurance balloons to the important buildings, because if they're elevated off the ground, that means they won't be touching the chrome, so they can't become infected, which is a pretty good idea, but unfortunately, it will only save the buildings, and not any of the loopers that we have here on the Fortnite island, who are all in danger of being consumed by chrome very, very soon, exactly like what we saw happen to the scientists during the Season 4 trailer. But thankfully, this is where the airplanes come in, because check it out, the more and more the chrome spreads across the map, the more and more NPCs like Meowscles and Kit start to become in danger. So the islanders decided to set up these different rescue platforms that you're able to find in a couple different areas across the Fortnite island. Now, they're kind of tricky to find if you don't know where they are, because they don't have any of those giant yellow balloons attached to them, but apparently they don't need them because they seem to be powered by some giant fans, almost like a drone. If it wasn't already obvious enough, these giant platforms are actually runways for airplanes that have been fully designed and implemented into the game in order to save the remaining islanders on the map. You're able to find one of these runways over at Cloudy Condos, so there doesn't appear to be any NPCs remaining, so they must have already made their escape. And then the second runway I was able to find is right outside the reality tree, kind of by the Ash Williams NPC, and this is also where the airplanes are supposed to spawn. But you may have noticed it doesn't appear that there are actually any in-game. Well, check this out. In the hotfix that we received a couple days ago on Tuesday, there was actually supposed to be a brand new quest that had you find a couple of the X4 Stormwings. But for some reason, at the very last second, Epic Games decided to scrap that quest and replace it with crash pads, which isn't just a bummer because we were all looking forward to flying the planes, but also a bummer for the entire Fortnite storyline, because now how are the loopers going to be saved from the chrome? Thankfully, next week we're going to be receiving the next Fortnite update, and I imagine whatever issue Epic Games identified with the planes will be resolved by that time. So we'll probably get to see the Stormwings added into the game then, because after all, Epic Games designed the entire runway as a brand new asset, and there's no way they went through all of that work just to never actually re-release the planes. So even though they were supposed to be in the game right now, it doesn't look like Epic Games added them, but they are without a doubt coming very, very soon within the next week. And as soon as they're added, I'm gonna make a tweet over my Twitter account at HomemadeGamesYT letting you guys know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.